Welcome to another episode of Accidentally Furry, where I wanna check out things that made us furries in the first place. Did you ever think about The Legend of Zelda and realize how furry some of these characters were? Since Tears of the Kingdom is coming out soon, I wanted to do my top 5 furry characters in the series, but I feel like Breath of the Wild alone would occupy 3 spots on there, so I decided to do it a little bit differently. I'm gonna talk about the top 5 furry Zelda games. The qualifiers for this are really simple. Are there anthro animals in there or some animal transformation? Bam, it's qualified now. The funny thing is, this qualifies almost all of the Zelda games, I believe. So here we go. In number 5. A lot of things in life could be considered furry, and a lot of furries are simping over werewolves. So what if I told you that Link is a were-bunny in A Link to the Past? If you enter the Dark World without the Moon Pearl in hand, Link immediately transforms into a bunny. He loses his signature cap and cannot use his sword or shield with his paws, so he cannot defend himself in this form. If you do have the Moon Pearl, however, you are unaffected by the Dark World's transformation effect. However, some dungeons in the Dark World have traps that fire a rabbit beam to transform Link despite having a Moon Pearl on him. Link having something that connects him to bunnies isn't confined to just this game. Later on, we'll see more of Bunny Link. Number 4. A lot of monsters could be considered furry, especially in the Zelda series. Since the very beginning, moblins were these pig-like beings, basically small little Ganon-type creatures. The Zora started as a hostile creature too. Now they're one of the big 5 races in Hyrule. But for our number 4, I want to specifically mention the monsters of the Wind Waker. The pig-like moblins are a key enemy and aesthetically very pronounced in this game. They're really pig-like. I mean, look at them. Then there are Mini-Blin, which are mice-like creatures. They're horribly annoying, but I actually kind of think they're cute. Even the Wizrobes in the Wind Waker are animals. They have toucan beaks and, well, they're also pretty annoying. They teleport from one way to the other, which is fine in normal Zelda games, like in 2D from up above, the Wizrobes in the first Zelda game, for example. However, in 3D space, this is, yeah, they're annoying there. But they're also very nice to look at. I like the Wizrobes in the Wind Waker. The one I do want to talk about actually is the Dark Knot. The Dark Knot is a fully armored knight which cannot be attacked from the front, just like in the other Zelda games. You need to pull some cool looking swordplay to get behind them, or even attack from above using the Helm Splitter technique. Attacking the Dark Knots enough unveils something really interesting. The Dark Knots are dogs! Or jackals, or I don't know what they are. They're really Anubis-like, and I think they look awesome. I always loved fighting the Dark Knots to see their cute little faces. Number 3. The next one is a little bit darker, but has a lot of elements that are quite quirky and fun. In Majora's Mask, you get a total of 24 masks. Usually you lose a lot of things when you restart the 3-day cycle in this game, like your money, your bombs, your arrows, but you always keep the masks. Some masks are more useful than others. You can use one mask to substitute for bombs, other masks prevent the wearer from falling asleep, or you get turned into a giant for one particular boss fight. You get to dance or play a fun music tune. Then there's the 3 main masks that I want to talk about, and 2 more I want to mention. The 3 main masks are the Deku mask, the Goron mask, and the Zora mask. They allow Link to transform into these races. Being able to transform into a Deku allows Link to float through the air. The Goron allows Link to quickly roll around on the ground, and the Zora transformation allows Link to quickly swim through the water. They are all useful transformations and are very fun to play around with. Technically speaking, the Zora is a fish, so you get to be a fish anthro, I guess. The last 2 masks I want to mention are the Keaton mask and the Bunny Hood. Both are originally from Ocarina of Time, but basically have no use there. Since A Link to the Past, I always considered younger Links to be bunny-like. They're innocent and generally nice people. So in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, he gets to wear the bunny ears at least. They buff the movement speed of Link, which allows him to run faster. which is a very nice upgrade to have. Wearing the Keaton mask allows Link to talk to Keatons, three-tailed foxes that appear in a few bushes in the game to quiz Link about trivia of the game. Well, the Keatons, I love them. They're awesome. Look at them foxes. And you can cosplay as one too. Number 2. What furry wouldn't want to be able to transform, right? Reading a transformation book, like Animorphs, is how a lot of us got to be here in the first place, right? And Twilight Princess delivers just that. Just like in A Link to the Past, Link transforms into an animal, but unlike A Link to the Past, this is one of the key features in the game. Wolf Link can actually defend himself using his fangs and attack the enemies around him with a small spin attack. If Midna is on his back, Midna can help target multiple enemies that Link dashes through and bite their neck. I love Wolf Link so much. When you first start the game, you get transformed involuntarily, but later on in the game, you get free control over transforming into the goodest boy. Now for an honorable mention. Imagine you could live on a paradisiacal island with a bunch of animal people in a peaceful little town. Every now and again, a cute redhead comes to visit and sings you a song. You could have all that in Animal Village in Link's Awakening on Koholint Island. I mean, there's just 5 houses here, but you could always build more, right? You will live among goats, hippos, crocodiles, bears and bunnies, get the bears some honey, watch the hippo getting drawn by the crocodile, and relax in the lake nearby. But do be careful though, there is a desert, so do not get lost in there. Other than that, it's free real estate. Now for my number 1. As I alluded to in the opening, yeah, Breath of the Wild had to be number 1. I just can't pick something other than Breath of the Wild. We have amazing husbandos, cool animals, you can ride bears and summon Wolf Link as your aide if you do have the amiibo. I love this game. For my favorite husbandos, these are just my selection. You could probably include Mifa as your waifu, but I want to talk about these 3. Cass is an amazing bird and I love him so much. I mean, a lot of the Rito are awesome, but Cass is on another level. He and his wife have 5 kids, but basically he's gone all day long and wanders around, sings you a song every now and again. And at every stable he plays Epona's song. Overall, he's just a cute bird and I would love to simp more over him, but I think that I have simped enough. Next up is yet another Rito, Revali. Revali, unlike Cass, is a Rito warrior. He's gifted with the bow and has a special technique to soar into the air. He's a cocky individual and hates Link with a passion. But I think this hatred comes from his desire to be the best warrior in the world. A true hero of Hyrule. But then this Hylian comes along, is chosen by the Master Sword, and Revali is just what his name implies. A rival. Instead, Link will be the legendary hero. I kind of feel for him, but also I think he's really mean to Link. It's kind of sad. Lastly, I want to talk about my favorite Zora. Because no one swims like Sidon, no one's thick like Sidon, no one's absolutely worthy of Sims like Sidon. Prince Sidon is the younger brother of Mifa and probably the next king of the Zoras. He will probably appear in Tears of the Kingdom too. I can't wait to see him again. There's lots of more things, of course. Lionels look awesome. Chieftain Canelli is also kinda amazing looking, not really hot, but I love his style. The Korok could be, well, they're anthropomorphic trees, right? So if you have a plant zoner, the Korok could be for you. And some of them are really cute too. I kinda like Maronius. All in all, I think Breath of the Wild does deserve to be my number 1 spot for this. And well, that's my top 5 furry Zelda games. I hope you enjoyed this and I hope you're gonna have fun with Tears of the Kingdom. I know I will. Thank you so very much for watching. See ya!